Viewing on Yorkshire television at 7:30 Coronation Street.
You can tell folk the truth, you know. I don't mind.
I'm not sure what the truth is anymore, Mavis, and that's a fact.
Well, I thought I'd make it perfectly plain. I don't work here anymore.
I didn't say that.
At 8 o'clock, does anyone recognise this sporting celebrity?
Say Greavesy,
Greavesy, it was! Yay!
At 8:30, in a change to the advertised programme, Simon Callow and Brenda Blethyn sift through the Morning Post in Chance in a Million. At 9 o'clock, Call the Equaliser.
This man is going to jail. There was the case of a woman found dead in a dumpster 2 months ago.
With a surprise for someone somewhere at 7 when Eamon Andrews introduces This Is Your Life, this is the early evening lineup for Wednesday on Yorkshire television.
And this evening's viewing over on 4 continues with a humorous look at bringing up Baby from 1935 to 51. Here on Yorkshire after the break, Adam gives Jill more cause for concern in Crossroads.
Seems odd that you didn't mention it before.
I must have done.
Of course you didn't. It's not the sort of thing I'd forget.
Well, look, we could save ourselves the trouble.
Could we?
I know somebody who'd jump at the job. You know him too.
Number 41.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You are the 4 millionth unemployed.
Why have you brought me here?
I want your body, of course.
Right.
For research purposes.
Oh, come on, where is it?
Banks!
The Dread Brigade!
Father, he's going to shoot the Prime Minister.
Oh, that's all right.
Keeping Score, the first of a new series. Tickets for the Titanic, a little something to keep you occupied before the iceberg hits. Tonight at 10 aboard Channel 4.
And over on Channel 4 shortly, the news in detail. Here on Yorkshire after the break, Eamon Andrews prepares to catch somebody unawares.
I can't read my own handwriting. Looks like fungus.
I think it's marvellous that Asda's fish fingers have no additives or colouring.
Oh, frozen peas.
Petit pois for me, love.
Now, where's the rice?
Brown rice is the thing, of course. We eat it all the time. Julian won't go without it.
I put brown rice.
Natural fibre. You know a whole Viet Cong cadre could exist on...
I've taken it.
And they didn't eat meat either.
Who?
The Viet Cong. A shame, really, because Asda have lovely continental cuts. What do you think of Wiener Schnitzel?
I don't follow the tennis.
Well, maybe some kebabs. Did you know the Greeks didn't invent the kebab?
Reminds me, yoghurt.
It was the Turks, actually.
Well, they have Greek yoghurt here at Asda.
Well, the real stuff, they couldn't. Second thoughts.
You're very bossy for a small person.
When you've the whole world to choose from at Asda, you'd be off your trolley to go anywhere else.
My gran. When she stopped having to pay income tax, she got herself a national savings investment account, like mine. It's brilliant for us non-taxpayers. You get much more, because national savings don't take tax off your interest, like your local bank or building society has to. Well, you should see what it's done for her. If you ask me, all that extra interest has given her savings a whole new lease of life.
If you don't have to pay income tax, open an investment account. It's the one with all the interest in full.
Monday's a fun day, Tuesday's a blue day, Wednesday's a frenzy, Thursday's the worst day, Friday's great, 'cause I can hardly wait until the weekend. Here come the weekend. Here come the weekend.
Every Saturday, NatWest turns into SatWest. About 200 branches open up all Saturday morning. So whether you want to open an account, or talk about money matters, or a personal loan agreed on the spot.
Right you are, Mr. Baker. We'll credit the money to your account. Thank you very much.
Come here this weekend. Whatever you want from NatWest, press for action.
Do you know what I fancy? A lovely hot bowl of Heinz soup. Yeah, I can smell it. I can see it. I can taste it. Oh, my favourite, Trev. Mulligatawny. Phenomenal. Yeah, lovely.
You have just experienced the supernatural, brought to you by Heinz.
Attenti, polizia. Arriva la Fiat Uno. Attention all cars, Fiat Uno heading in your direction.
This one's mine, son.
Fiat Uno, the most wanted small car in Europe.
The clock goes back more than 30 years in this week's TV Times as Ray Brooks recalls his colourful past as a teddy boy. Intimate Contact is a 4-part series about an AIDS victim and his wife. Daniel Massey and Claire Bloom explain why these were roles they had to play. Don't miss these and other programmes all in TV Times.
But now in Yorkshire, let's join the birthday girl in Coronation Street. A change of programme provides comedy with Chance in a Million. Here on Yorkshire Now, in a change to the advertised programme, letters from the taxman can prove rather demanding, as Tom discovers in Chance in a Million.
Here I go again. I hear those trumpets blow again. All aglow again, taking a chance on love. Here I slide again, about to take that ride again. Starry-eyed again, taking a chance on love.
Strange post this morning.
Is it tough?
Yes, got a pair of fishnet stockings with underwear catalogue.
Your O-level result was a mistake.
Well, I'm not taking it back.
Oh, no. You didn't get an F. You passed. You got an A.
Ah! Something to really celebrate, yes. Uncle Mateo!
Attenborough's Our Man in the Med features in the new edition of Radio Times. Don't miss it.
This is BBC One. Now, as part of our week-long examination of the AIDS problem, QED, with the help of doctors Gillian Rice, Graham Garden and Alan Marion Davis, presents your biological guide to AIDS.
The fear of AIDS has led the Football Association to ban communal baths and to advise against kissing on the pitch.
The fear of AIDS has made some churchgoers refuse to drink from the communion chalice.
The fear of AIDS has provoked attacks on perfectly well people, attacks which include arson.
Perhaps it's inevitable in the middle of a high-profile campaign about such a major threat to public health that there are so many myths and misconceptions, giving rise to shock headlines like those. The trouble is that fact has become so confused with fiction that now it's hard to tell what are the realities and what are simply groundless fears.
Tonight, QED has asked us, the Body Matters team, to try and sort out some of the confusion surrounding AIDS, so that you can decide for yourself whether it poses a threat to you.
Well, for a start, we can tell you that no one has ever got the disease simply by being in the same room as an infected person.
This is Yorkshire Television.
President Reagan will tell America, I made mistakes. Mrs. Thatcher says he's not a lame duck. The Health Secretary backs an anti-AIDS drug. The dynamite ship is towed off the Falmouth coast. And the Soviets count the cost of the Afghan war. Good evening. President Reagan is going on American television 4 hours from now to try to undo the political damage done by the secret arms deal with Iran. He'll admit for the first time that he made mistakes. That's according to one of his advisors tonight. Tonight's speech, maybe the hardest of his 6 years in the White House, will be the President's answer to the Tower Commission report. He reacted furiously today to a report calling Mrs. Nancy Reagan the Dragon Lady of the White House. He said it was a despicable fiction.
Good evening.
55. And finally, on Wall Street, up 30 points again today to another record, and in most other stock market indices today, around the world, another record day. That's it. Good night.
To wait for that, but only a little over a minute before What the Papers Say, presented by the Telegraph's Leslie Garner.
Good ice cream. And then comes along somebody who makes ice cream just as good. But he puts ripple on his ice cream. And he puts nuts on it. It's a better ice cream. He sells it for less. And it's marvelous ice cream. And this is Epsom's industry-compatible personal computer. Imagine it comes with ripple, nuts, and a chocolate bar. And you see why Epson call it the PC Plus, because they've made it smaller, faster, and less expensive than practically any other desktop you can buy. It's marvelous, really.
Gonna be a good girl for Mama.
When Mrs. Shepherd's dinner went to the wall, our man took one look at the damage and, in this case, had a cheque in the post within days. Commercial Union. We won't make a drama out of a crisis.
On YTV, romantic wrangles for me and my girl.
Hello, hello. How are we all this morning? Ellen, we meant.
Ellen, so sorry. One meets so many people at breakfast.
At breakfast?
Do you think she's nicer than Pauline's mum in her red trousers?
Yes, I do think she's nicer than Pauline's mum in her red trousers.
You must like her a lot then.
Yes, I do.
A serious case of love breaks out tomorrow at 7:15.
A Week in Politics follows in just over a quarter of an hour with a discussion on the latest Soviet disarmament offer. Also, are there strong rivalries within the Tory party? Interviewed tonight are Michael Heseltine, Cecil Parkinson and Leon Britton. Before that, what the papers say.
This week, What the Papers Say is presented by Leslie Garner of the Daily Telegraph.
Good evening.
Thursday evening's entertainment on